In the annals of true crime, few stories are as unsettling as that of Karla Homolka and Paul Bernardo. Known infamously as the Ken and Barbie Killers, their tale is a chilling narrative of manipulation and murder. What makes their story particularly harrowing is not just the brutality of their crimes, but the facade of normalcy they maintained. How could two seemingly ordinary individuals descend into such darkness? This question has haunted investigators, psychologists, and the public alike. On the surface, they appeared as an ideal couple, a perfect match reminiscent of the iconic dolls they were compared to. However, beneath this veneer lay a sinister dynamic fueled by control and cruelty. The couple's actions would leave a trail of devastation that continues to be dissected and debated. Their story serves as a grim reminder of the potential for evil lurking behind the most innocuous facades. Paul Bernardo was born into a troubled family in Scarborough, Ontario. Despite this, he managed to cultivate a charming exterior, winning over friends and acquaintances with relative ease. Known for his good looks and charisma, Bernardo presented himself as a typical young man with a promising future. Karla Homolka, on the other hand, hailed from a seemingly stable family environment in St. Catharines, Ontario. She was described as a bright, outgoing young woman who excelled in school and had no apparent history of trauma or abuse. Her life seemed the picture of normalcy, a stark contrast to the darkness that would later define her legacy. The paths of these two individuals crossed in 1987, setting the stage for a partnership that would unravel into one of Canada's most infamous crime sprees. Their meeting seemed almost fateful, a convergence of two personalities that, on the surface, complemented each other perfectly. The initial attraction between Karla and Paul was intense, driven by a mutual fascination that quickly developed into an all-consuming relationship. Friends and family saw them as a perfect couple, unaware of the sinister undercurrents that would soon surface. The seeds of their criminal activities were sown in these early days, hidden beneath the guise of a passionate romance. The turning point in their relationship came with the tragic and shocking murder of Karla's younger sister, Tammy Homolka. On the night of December 23, 1990, what should have been a festive family gathering turned into a nightmare. Paul and Karla drugged Tammy with a concoction of animal tranquilizers and alcohol, rendering her unconscious. In a chilling act of betrayal, they sexually assaulted her while capturing the entire incident on videotape. Tammy's death was initially ruled an accident, attributed to choking on her own vomit after the excessive consumption of alcohol. The truth, however, was far more sinister. This crime marked the beginning of a series of violent acts perpetrated by the couple, each escalating in brutality and boldness. The use of videotapes became a recurring element, a twisted trophy for Paul and a testament to their crimes. Despite the horror of her sister's murder, Karla remained by Paul's side, further entrenching herself in their shared depravity. The boundaries of morality were obliterated, leaving a path of destruction in their wake. This event is often cited as the point of no return for Karla and Paul, a descent into darkness from which they would never emerge. The videotapes created by Paul and Karla served as a damning record of their crimes, capturing the brutality and perversity of their actions in stark detail. These tapes were not merely a tool for personal gratification, they were evidence of the depths of their depravity. The couple meticulously filmed their assaults, revealing a chilling lack of remorse and a disturbing sense of pride in their actions. Forensic experts would later describe these recordings as some of the most disturbing evidence ever presented in a court of law. The tapes provided undeniable proof of their guilt, allowing prosecutors to build a strong case against them. However, their discovery came too late for several victims, highlighting the tragic consequences of delayed justice. The existence of these videotapes became a focal point in the trial, drawing intense media attention and public outrage. Their content was so graphic that only select portions were shown in court, with the rest sealed to protect the dignity of the victims. The tapes ultimately became the undoing of Paul and Karla, forming a critical part of the prosecution's case. The evidence was irrefutable, ensuring that justice would eventually be served. The arrest of Paul Bernardo and Karla Homolka marked the beginning of a highly publicized legal battle. Their capture came after an exhaustive investigation, with police piecing together various clues. In February 1993, Paul was arrested, and the search of their home revealed the extent of their crimes. The discovery of videotapes transformed the case from circumstantial to conclusive. Karla was arrested shortly after and negotiated a plea bargain for a reduced sentence. This deal, dubbed the deal with the devil, granted her leniency for her testimony against Paul. The trial revealed their manipulation, control, and depravity. Karla portrayed herself as a coerced, battered spouse. Her testimony against Paul was damning, solidifying his guilt. Despite her cooperation, the deal allowed Karla to avoid full repercussions, sparking debate. The trial culminated in Paul's conviction on multiple counts of murder, sexual assault, and kidnapping. The crimes of Karla Homolka and Paul Bernardo shocked Canada. The public was horrified by their brutality and normal appearance. Media coverage was extensive, with every detail scrutinized. The nation grappled with the reality of such evil in ordinary individuals. Karla Homolka's plea deal sparked outrage and disbelief. Many felt justice was not served as her sentence seemed too lenient. Protests and public outcry demanded accountability and questioned the legal system. The deal with the devil symbolized perceived injustice, fueling debates on plea bargains. The media shaped public perception, often sensationalizing the case. Intense scrutiny pressured the judicial system, highlighting challenges of balancing legal strategy with public expectation. The case prompted calls for reform and greater transparency in Canadian criminal justice. The story of Karla and Paul continued to captivate and horrify. Paul Bernardo was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole for at least 25 years. His sentence came as a relief to many who feared he might evade justice. The severity of his punishment reflected the enormity of his crimes, ensuring that he would remain behind bars for the foreseeable future. The court's decision was a clear message that society would not tolerate such heinous acts. Karla Homolka, on the other hand, received a significantly lighter sentence of 12 years due to her plea bargain. Her release after serving her full term sparked renewed debate and anger. Many felt that her punishment did not fit her crimes, particularly given the active role she played in the assaults and murders. The disparity in their sentences highlighted the complexities of the legal system and the challenges of achieving justice in cases involving multiple perpetrators. The sentencing phase of their trial was a critical moment for the victims' families, offering a sense of closure and justice. However, the leniency shown to Karla left many with lingering resentment and unanswered questions. Upon her release in 2005, Karla Homolka sought to rebuild her life away from the public eye. Her reintegration into society was met with intense scrutiny and skepticism. Many Canadians struggled to accept her freedom, viewing her as an unrepentant criminal who had escaped the full extent of justice. Despite these challenges, Karla attempted to maintain a low profile, moving to Quebec and eventually starting a family. Her new life was not without controversy. Reports surfaced of her involvement in various community activities, leading to public backlash and renewed media attention. The question of whether she had truly reformed remained a contentious topic, with opinions sharply divided. Some believed in her potential for redemption, while others saw her as a perpetual threat. The shadow of her past loomed large, affecting both her personal and public life. Karla's story serves as a complex case study in the challenges of reintegration for convicted criminals. Her attempts to move on were constantly hindered by the stigma of her past actions. The debate over her freedom and the ethical implications of her release underscored the broader societal struggle to balance punishment with the possibility of rehabilitation. The story of Karla Homolka and Paul Bernardo is one of the most chilling and complex in the annals of criminal history. Their crimes exposed the dark underbelly of human nature, forcing society to confront the reality that evil can exist behind even the most benign facades. The case raised important questions about the nature of complicity, the ethics of plea bargains, and the potential for rehabilitation. As we reflect on the legacy of the Ken and Barbie Killers, it is crucial to consider the broader implications of their story. The case has served as a catalyst for discussions about legal reform, media ethics, and the responsibilities of the justice system. It has also highlighted the profound impact of crime on victims' families and communities, underscoring the need for empathy and understanding in the pursuit of justice. The enduring fascination with Karla and Paul is a testament to the complexity of their crimes and the questions they continue to raise. Their story serves as a sobering reminder of the potential for darkness within even the most outwardly normal individuals. It challenges us to remain vigilant in the face of evil and to strive for a justice system that balances punishment with the potential for redemption.